Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Beast Sweats and today I'm going to be bringing you the beginner's guide to pre-patch Beast Mastery Hunter. Now with the release of pre-patch, Beast Mastery Hunter has shot up in DPS. It was already decent, but now it is absolutely dominating the meters in every aspect of the game. Today I'm going to show you the talents for raiding, AoE raiding, mythic dungeons, and the covenant and legendaries that you need to make this work until we get our hands on the juiciest expansion to come, Dragonflight. And before we jump into the juiciness, please come over and drop a follow on the Twitch. We are live Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 PM onward UK time, and I can't wait to see you there. Let's get into it. Boom. So, with the big changes to the talent trees and everything we've got going on in the pre-patch that leads us up to Dragonflight, this is what they look like now. Now, I'm going to give you a few set builds that are going to help you jump into this new class or get used to an old class that you've been playing. I know these talent trees can be a bit wacky and just out there, and you can do a lot with them, so do not take each build as gospel. You can genuinely play about and find trees that work for you. But first up, we're going to start with the single target raiding build for Beast Mastery Hunter. So as always, we have the left side of the tree, which is your hunter talents. Each spec of the hunter gains access to this exact talent tree, and you can play about with it as you wish. Now, on the right side is your spec tree. This is the Beast Mastery side, so only Beast Mastery hunters will get access to these talents. Now, I'm going to be explaining the left side first, some of the main hunter talents that you should be taking to make this effective in single target. So, let's begin with the first row. So, you're going to take Kill Command, as it's always been a main part of the Beast Mastery rotation, but now even other hunter specs will have access to this, which is crazy to think about. But we'll go with Kill Command. Give the command to kill, causing your pet to savagely deal a certain amount of physical damage to the enemy. It has 2 charges. Then we are going into Kill Shot, which is an execute style ability. When a target reaches a certain percentage of health, you can use this ability. You attempt to finish off a wounded target, dealing a certain amount of damage, only usable on enemies with less than 20% health. Kill Shot deals 25% increased critical damage. We're then going to go down into Improved Kill Shot, which just improves the critical strike of Kill Shot by 25%, and then we're going to take Post Haste. So when you use Disengage, it also frees you from all movement and parrying effects and increases your speed by 50% for 4 seconds. We're then going to go into Counter Shot, which is your interrupt, using this on spellcasting, on whatever you need to in raiding or dungeon environments. So always take this, because classes will, without a doubt, always need their interrupt in their kit. So we're also going to take Natural Mending. Every 12 focus you spend reduces the remaining cooldown of Exhilaration by 1 second. Exhilaration is a main defensive CD that allows you to heal every so often with just a big chunk. We're then going to go into Survival of the Fittest. This is another defensive. It reduces all the damage you and your pet take by 40% for 6 seconds. So just a defensive kit, great for raiding to block incoming chunks of damage. We're then going to move into what is called Nature's Endurance. Survival of the Fittest reduces damage by taken by another 20%. This is huge. 60% damage reduction on one ability is fantastic. Then we're going to take Born to be Wild, reduces the cooldowns of Aspect of the Cheetah, Survival of the Fittest, and Aspect of the Turtle. So you basically get your mobility faster, you get 2 of your defensives a lot faster as well. It's a no-brainer and a fantastic ability to use. We're then going to go into Sentinel Owl. This is a new one. Call forth a Sentinel Owl to the target location, granting you unhindered vision. Your attacks ignore the line of sight against any target in this area. While the Sentinel Owl is active, your party gains 5% leech. Every 150 focus spent grants you 1 second of the Sentinel Owl when cast, up to a maximum of 12 seconds. The Sentinel Owl can only be summoned when it will last at least 5 seconds. So this is a fantastic ability. Like, if you need to line of sight something, hide behind something, as long as this is up, you're still able to hit it from wherever you are. And giving the whole party 5% leech so they heal off damage is awesome. We're then going to go into Rejuvenating Wind. Exhilaration also heals you for an additional 20% of your maximum health over 8 seconds. So this just improves upon Exhilaration once again. Then we're going to take Binding Shot. Fires a magical projectile, tethering the enemy and any other enemies within 5 yards for 10 seconds. Stunning them for 3 seconds if they move more than 5 yards from the arrow. Target stunned by Binding Shot. Deal 10% less damage to you for 8 seconds, or as long as it lasts. This is a great talent, maybe more for dungeons or maybe more for ad management in raids. We're then going to go into Binding Shackles. Targets root by Binding Shot, knocked back by High Explosive, Trap, incapacitated by Scatter Shot, or stunned by Intimidation. Deal 10% less damage to you for 8 seconds after the effect ends. This is really good as well. It just means less damage taken for you and everyone else in your party or raid. We're then going to go into Hunter's Avoidance. Damage taken from area effect. Attacks reduced by 6%. Then we're going to take Pathfinding, which is movement speed increased by 6% to 2 points into that. And then we're going to take Sentinel's Protection. Whilst Sentinel Owl is active, your party gains 5% leech. So this is an additional 5% leech, I assume, on top of the leech that the Sentinel Owl gives anyway. So 10% leech for everyone. Fantastic. Master Marksman, we're only going 1 point into here. Your melee and ranged special attacks... Still haven't learned to speak. Still haven't. Your melee and ranged special attack critical strikes cause the target to bleed for an additional 7% of the damage dealt over 6 seconds. We only want 1 point into this. Then we're going to go into Beastmaster Pet. Damage increased by 6%. It's obvious we're going to go 2 points into that. Then we're going to go improve Kill Command. Kill Command damage increased by 10%. 2 points into that. And finally, we're going Alpha Predator. Kill Command now has 2 charges and deals 15% increased damage. So this side of the talent tree is basically built to give you way more protection, way more survivability, and that little bit of increased damage to some of your main abilities. Now, this is because Hunter BM has always been sort of a glass cannon. You can deal quite a bit of damage, but you can't really take it. So this really improves upon that. Next up, we're going to talk about the Beast Mastery side of things, the juiciest portion. Okay. So, stroke the big T-Rex, and then we're going to go straight in to Cobra Shot. This replaces your Steady Shot. A quick shot causing 2,000 physical damage, reduces the cooldown of Kill Command for 1 second. So, when nothing else is up, this is what you do, and it reduces the cooldown of one of your main abilities. Then we're going to go straight into Pack Tactics. Passive focus generation increased by 100%. This is a no-brainer. You always need your focus up. Then we're going to Barb Shot. Fire shot that tears through the enemy, causing them to bleed for a certain amount of damage over 8 seconds. And increases your critical strike chance by 3% for an additional 8 seconds. Stacking up 3 times. Sends your pet into a frenzy, increasing its attack speed by 30% for 8 seconds. Stacking up 3 times. Huge ability. Obviously taken. I don't need to explain anymore. It is a fantastic ability. It makes Hunter BM what it is. Then we're going to go into Aspect of the Beast. Increases the damage and healing of your pet's abilities by 30%. Increases the effectiveness of your pet's Predator's Thirst, Endurance Training, and Pathfinding of passives by 50%. So it's just a natural boost to your pet. Then we're going to go into Training Expert. All pet damage dealt is increased by 10%. And we're going to go 2 points into this. Then we're going to go down into Sharp Barbs. Barb Shot damage is increased by 20%. We're going 1 point into this. Then we're going into Killer Command. Kill Command damage is increased by 20%. We're going 2 points into that. Then we're going into Animal Companion. Your core pet additionally summons the first pet from your stable. This pet will obey your kill command but cannot use the pet abilities. So basically just 2 pets up at once. Then we're going into Thrill of the Hunt. Barb Shot increases your critical strike chance by 3% for 8 seconds, stacking up 3 times. So just adding this onto your Barb Shot. Then we're going to go into Bloodshed. Command your pet to tear into your target, causing your target to bleed for a certain amount of damage over 18 seconds. And increase all damage taken from your pet by 15%. This is huge. Then we're going to go down into War Orders. Barb Shot deals 10% increased damage, and applying Barb Shot has a 50% chance to reset the cooldown of Kill Command. Then we're going to go into Bestial Wrath. Everyone knows what this is. It's a main CD for BM Hunters. Sends your pet into a rage, instantly dealing a certain amount of damage to its target and increasing all damage you both deal by 31%. Removes all crowd control effects from your pet. Bestial Wrath remaining cooldown is reduced by 12 seconds each time you use Barb Shot, and activating a Bestial Wrath grants 2 charges of Barb Shot. Everything's designed to sync up with each other in this trait. Then we go into Stomp. Because your pet is the one casting Barb Shot. When you cast Barb Shot, your pet stomps the ground, dealing a certain amount of physical damage to all nearby enemies, basically just increasing your AoE. Barbed Wrath. Barb Shot reduces the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by 12 seconds. Then we're going into Wild Call. Your auto shot critical strikes have a 20% chance to reset the cooldown of Barb Shot. Then we're going into Scent of Blood. Activating Bestial Wrath grants 2 charges of Barb Shot. Then we're going into Brutal Companion. When Barb Shot causes Frenzy to stack up to 3, your pet will immediately use its special attack and deal 50% bonus damage. Then finally, Piercing Fangs. While Beast your Wrath is active, your pet's critical damage is increased by 30%. Now that is your Beast Mastery talents and your Hunter talents for raiding. I'm going to show you the multi-target version of this raiding build with only slight changes. Okay, so this is what the AoE or multi-target talents look like for raiding. Some very small changes here, but one's needed nonetheless. So we're going to be taking 1 point out of pathfinding, and we're going to be placing it right into misdirection. So basically this reduces the threat of you and passes it on to another target. Primarily this would be the tank, because burst damage on BM Hunters is nuts right now. And we're going to take 1 away from Master Marksman, and we're going to be placing it into Keen Eyesight. Critical strike chance increased by 2% because we don't need this for your single target. So they are the only 2 changes. You're adding this ability in and this ability in, taking away from this ability and this ability. Okay, so on the right side of the tree, this is where some more changes come in that make it more AoE. Okay, so the new talents we are taking are Multi-Shot. Obviously, this is always needed for AoE. Fire 7 missiles, hitting all the nearby enemies within 8 yards. Your current target for a certain amount of damage. And triggering Beast Cleave. Deal reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Then into Beast Cleave. After you multi-shot, your pet's melee attacks also strike all nearby enemies for 75% of the damage. And your kill command strikes all enemies for 50% of damage for the next 6 seconds. Deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. And then finally, into Kill Cleave. While Beast Cleave is active, Kill Command now also strikes nearby enemies for 50% of the damage dealt. Now, these are the 3 talents that you'll be taking. The ones you'll be getting rid of are: you're not taking Sharp Barbs, you're not taking Bloodshed, and you're not taking Killer Command. So get rid of these and add in these 3. Now, I'm going to be putting the imports for these down below in the description so you can grab them with ease. Now, I'm going to be talking about the Mythic Dungeon talents are up next, which I assume are very similar. Now, the left side of the tree, the Hunter talents, has changed a lot with needed abilities that you need for Mythic Dungeons. The right side of the tree, the Beastmaster talents, is identical to the AoE one. So we'll start with a fresh blank slate here. Imagine there's nothing on the page. Right, we're going into Kill Command, Kill Shot. Then we're going into Trailblazer. Your movement speed is increased by 15% anytime you have not been attacked for 3 seconds. Then we're going into Post Haste. We're taking our Counter Shot. We're taking Natural Mending. We're taking Survival of the Fittest. We're also taking Misdirection. And we're taking Tar Trap. Hurls a Tar Trap at the target location, creates an 8-yard radius pool of tar around itself for 30 seconds. When the first enemy approaches, all enemies have 50% reduced damage while in the area of effect. Then we're going to go into Tranquilizing Shot. So this removes an enrage or a magic effect from the enemy target. Successfully dispelling an effect gives you 10 focus. So this is needed in dungeons because a lot of mobs have enrage effects, and it is so needed because this can save your party. Then we're going into Nature's Endurance. We're taking Born to be Wild, 1 point. Then we're going into Improved Tranquilizing Shot. When Tranquilizing Shot successfully goes, you gain 10 focus. Then we're taking Intimidation, which is just a stun your pet can do. This is great, and everything needs to be stunned in Mythic Dungeons. Then we're going into Binding Shot. Then we're going into Rejuvenating Wind, 2 points. We're going into Camouflage. During your pet blend into your surroundings, gaining stealth for 1 minute. While Camouflage, you heal for 2% of your maximum health in 1 second. So this is needed for skipping packs or just for some flat out healing. Then we're going into Hunter's Avoidance. Then we're going into Keen Eyesight again. Then back into our normal route of Beastmaster, Improved Kill Command, and Alpha Predator. These are your Hunter talents for Mythic Dungeons. Now, I said these are identical, but I've just realized that I am wrong. There is one talent that is different to your AoE raiding talent, and that is you will be taking Killer Command along with this middle row. So you're going Cobra Shot, Pack Tactics, Multi-Shot, Barb Shot, Aspect of the Beast, Training Expert, Animal Companion, Beast Cleave, Killer Command, Thrill of the Hunt, 1 point, Kill Cleave, Bestial Wrath, 2 points into War Orders, 2 points into Stomp, Barbed Wrath, Wild Calm, Scent of the Blood, Brutal Companion, and finally, Piercing Fangs. These are your Mythic Dungeon talents. So, all of these, you can play with whatever you want. You can play around with builds, choose what you want, see how things work. These are just stationary builds that will work for you in these environments. They're going to allow you to do damage, they're going to allow you to do your utility. It's going to be great for you if you're just entering or you're trying to get used to these new things going on. Now, I'm going to tell you what covenants and the legendaries you need, because these things have changed up a little bit. Okay, so your covenants of choice here for raiding will be Nightfay, Dreamweaver. So most people will already be this from before pre-patch, but Dreamweaver remains a great choice for raiding. There is a build where you go Pelagos for single target raiding. He also works very well. And then for Mythic Dungeons, you will also be going Dreamweaver, so the same as this. Obviously you'll be changing up your soul bands and not soul bands, your conduits. And for Mythic Dungeons, you can also go Mechanos from Kyrian, depending on how you want to play your spec. So they are the covenants. You either go Dreamweaver, Nightfay, or you go Pelagos or Mechanos from Kyrian. And finally, the legendary that you want to be taking, that I have yet to get because I am lazy, is Dire Command. Kill Command has a 30% chance to also summon a Dire Beast to attack a target. This stacks up with your whole talents and everything else you've got going on. So you're going to be taking Dire Command on whatever slot you want, because now there's no force set, chest, finger, it doesn't matter, so you can choose whatever. But this is the legendary you'll be going on. Obviously, you'll still have your Unity on, depending on what covenant you are. Now, that is the end of the video, the end of the beginner guide to Beast Mastery Hunter in this pre-patch. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe below. Come and check us out on Twitch as we stream 3 days a week over there, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are so close to hitting 500 subscribers over here, so it would be amazing if you could subscribe. I'll be bringing out more videos along the lines in the next few days, and when Dragonflight actually drops, we'll be going absolutely nuts with content. So, I'm Biggie Sweats. It's been a pleasure. Have a great day. Peace!